Good day. Now, talking about monitoring and evaluation, last Sunday we had a proper breakdown of it. So, what you see, of course, as I said, is a platform that can handle quite a number of activities. And last week we looked at the monitoring and evaluation. But then we've made it into a video so you can be able to see how it goes. If you've still not gotten your access to the platform, kindly reach out to any of the admin or any of the other admins to drop your email and you get your usage. So once you come to our platform, by now I believe some of us are familiar with the dashboard, and that is where you get to move to several places in the program, and you're able to go to inventory, monitoring, evaluation, and financial management. Under monitoring evaluation, of course, there's the general summary part that currently is looking quite scanty because activities are not going on that account yet. But once you start engaging with that account, you start seeing quite a number of things in the summary. And then there are other parts of the activities under monitoring evaluation that looks like the field and the pen. Now, under the field, basically, you get to document the number of fields you have under your farm, where also the pen as well covers what you do under the pen, and then there's facilities. But then looking at the field first, the field now, you can see some basic things that happen on how you document your field. There's a name part, there's dimension, there's location of the soil type, the pH, all these things that happens to detail your farm field. Now, of course, you can divide your farm to different field as you want to see productivity. It helps to take current utilization of that particular field and get you to know better how those fields work, even the ownership and the manager. Now, there's an add field button there that you can use to add each field that you have. You may have 1 acre and divide it into 4 plots. These are all fields that you use going forward, and they are very important. And these are all, and to be honest, they are all similar parts, whether you're at the field part of it or you're at the pen part of it or you're at the facility part of it. When you want to register your field, of course, you can say details. It requires your field information. Once you input it, it adds fields to it. The pen is equally within the same tune of operations, and then facility also has information there. Should you have issues with any of the informations that are being requested, you can always reach out to us at info@dufma.ng, and then we'll be happy to quickly rectify those issues or help you go through it. And then you can also leave comments under where this video is to know more about how you can go about this. Each of them, as I've said, have what they request from you, and so we can get to document properly how many pen or field you have. Now, the pen now doesn't only mean it's for poultry, it means it's for anything animal. And facilities talks about you renting out either your land or your field or your animal equipment, your main animal house. You want to list all these things, they're all facilities. Now we have our mapping and tagging scheduling. These two core activities are largely unavailable yet, so they of course they are currently being worked upon heavily, and also their availability, particularly mapping and tagging, requires secondary devices. That means this is a software, you need an hardware. Both of them work together to deliver the mapping and tagging very well. Of course, we plan to explain to you over time how to do this mapping and tagging yourself to achieve results. And scheduling as well, just helping scheduling your activities. Then we'll have the activity log. The activity log, to be honest, is just a place where day-to-day activities are largely being generated from your field and your pen. Now, these are day-to-day operations. A did this, B did that, C did that. It's very important for you to have all of this information because you want to know if there's a challenge, hold accountable, to hold in concept to it, what has happened, how it has happened. And when you come to this activity log, you enter field, for example, some things you get to see are the date, field, usage, employee. What employee get to use it, and what was the activity that was around that employee using that particular service. These are all the things that you get to see from the activity log. It's quite a very detailed operation that helps you understand how your field are currently being engaged per time. And you don't want your activity log to be out of place, because if there's a challenge on your farm, the activity log can easily show you where the challenges came from. And that's why it's very important that a lot of focus is placed into developing this activity as much as possible. Now, with this said, now, of course, there are other part of the activity log, like also this same pattern is being replicated under the pen, that's the animal part, under the facility part as well. We want to know how all of this is engaged. For facility now, how do they get to use it from time to time? Who got it first? Who used it second? When was it returned? All these informations are things that you get to interact with as often as possible. All this is to ensure that you don't leave your farming to chance. And then we have some other parts of the monitoring and evaluation that are very key other than the field and pain. And we have the field reports, we have the employee, the workers reports, weather and record management. And while I'll go to weather and record management later, I want to say that those two places also work largely with the secondary devices as well. Managing your farm for technologically comes with a lot of detailing. And now back to where we are on the field reports, activity log of the field. Filling it is not as difficult as you would imagine. Of course, you can put the number of the field that is actually being worked upon, and then you walk down to the manager that managed it, and then at the end of it, the manager gets to rate. They'll get to rate that current activity log. Was the job well done, or to what rating? Is it 5/5? Is it 10/10? And stuff like that. And then you can always submit that. It will show you what you've submitted. And then, as I say, we have the field report as one of the things you monitor under the monitoring evaluation. The field report talks about weekly and monthly reports that is being generated by your employee. Of course, it could also be generated by your workers, but these ones are generated based on the field activity. For example, this week, what are challenges on this field? We need to understand field reports. What are happening on that land? Is there a need that needs to come in place? Was it good all through the week? These are where you get those reports. Now, I have, of course, the same thing for the pen as well, which is the animal part, and also the facility. These reports are largely tailored to those field and the animal section. Now, going into the field right now, you can see the functions that are required: the week, the field, the usage hour, activity status, field rating, manager, and action. Now, when you come here, of course, your employee that you've designated to take care of these things will be the one to always put this up in the right place. You don't want this place out of tune. You want it working the way you want it to work part-time. And it's very important because at the end of the month, we always advise that the users of our farm management software, that's the ERP, to always go through this information to learn more about them. As I've said, this is the replication of what happens in pen reports and facility reports. Then going to your employee, you want to have all your employees in one place and give them access. Then, of course, under our employee list, you can also have where they do their appraisals, like a monthly place where you get to evaluate the activity. But now looking at the employee list, this place shows you the number of employees you have, and you can always add more. As I said, you can always add more. Currently, this account is an employee account I'm using doing this demo, so it can add an employee, which I'm going to show you it can't very soon by trying to add someone there. So it means that an employee can add another employee. Only a manager or the owner of the business can add an employee. So you can, but being an employee now, if I add an employee, it won't work. But I'm just going to show you how to add an employee if you're the owner of the organization. You put the name of the employee you want to add. After you put the name, you put the design and person need, and then you put the person's email, because once you put the email, once you press submit, it sends the password, a temporary password and login details to the person that has the account. And then once the person sees, the person can log in to the platform. However, as I said, I don't have the privilege to add new employees. Only the organization, the person that owns the business, has the access. So this account cannot add an employee. That's just the basic truth of it. And then it means that when my employee can add new employee, only you can add employees there. Although employees has their own rights and power. You can see where I've highlighted as blue that you do not have the right to access to the access resource, which is normal. So let's go to the workers list. Who are the workers? The workers are those that work day to day from you. They are largely not under complete payroll like your employees. They are not skilled. They are largely unskilled labor. So what you do is you download their form for the record management and give to them. If they can write, then you take it and do weekly or monthly, particularly monthly, because if you're doing for them, that has to be monthly. You do the appraisals for them, and then when you come, you can always upload it here, because there's an import and export function on our management software. You can put in upload some reports. You can do them offline and upload them much later. Now, the weather record management, I say they need external devices. Record management is a list of records that are going to be there for you to download in case you want to engage them offline. Why? Weather requires secondary devices to help to understand how weather is affecting your farm. You can predict what the weather looks like and how you want to maximize it for a duration of the time being. Now, with all basic of all this, these are the summary of the monitoring and evaluation of the farm management software. We're going to try to ensure that everything here is as easy as possible, because largely if you're going to want to enjoy the service of this farm manager software, you need to make sure that your day-to-day records, activities as you work, your employer has to be well briefed. So we advise that this video be shared not among just the manager alone, but employer have to have adequate access to the same video so that they can be able to take cognitive decisions from this video. We don't want them not being informed, because there's a lot of training. That's why this group that we've created on WhatsApp, if you don't have access to it, you can always leave a message. If you're seeing this thing for the first time, leave a message to add this to the group, where we take back-to-back training sessions with those that have access to this. And any challenges that anyone encounter, we want to hear about them as early as possible, so we can move straight into solving them permanently. I won't say it's been nice going through this session again once more, and I hope that we'll be able to get one or two things. Should there be any questions outside this, probably when you start using it and you want to pass through, kindly leave us an email at info@dufma.ng, or you reach out to us via the comment section of this platform, and then we'll get to you as soon as possible. With that said, we've successfully come to an end of this demo for monitoring and evaluation. In the next video, we'll be talking about financial management, and we'll be looking at how the wallet works synergistically. It's very nice that you've been able to take decision of your farm, and we believe your farm will succeed well. Thank you.